Praise the Lord, y'all. Welcome back to Christ First Homemaking. My name is Sister Shanice. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I do upload another video. But today is going to be a super short video, just a simple morning in my everyday life. Today I got up early. It was 6:50 and I got up on time. That is the first step to being effective and productive in your day, is to get up early. And I am not talking about 4 and 3 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I am not talking about that. Whatever is efficient for your day. So if you know that you need to be out of the house by, say, 8 o'clock, getting up at 7 o'clock is just not going to be efficient for you. I don't have to leave the house until about 7:45. But I do have a little freedom because my girls and my son have a list of things that they are to do every morning. And so when we get up in the morning, I will pray, get dressed, I will wake my girls up, and then they will go do their list while I'll do other things. Normally their school clothes are already out, and then they're able to just go through their list, and then by that time normally breakfast is done, lunches are packed, and we're ready to head out of the door after they've taken medicine and they've gotten their prayers. But the art of homemaking, y'all, that's what we're going to be talking about today, because we as women of God have important work in our homes. It is so important to be the keepers of our home as the Bible commanded us to do. So there are so many things that the world will tell us that a woman is supposed to do, and a lot of those things are not biblical, okay? But one thing that I will stand firm on, and that I have grown to love a lot more in these last few years, is being the keeper of my home, taking care of my home, being in my home, and serving my family. That is so important, because a lot of the things that our children learn, they start at home. So the first step to being productive in your day is to get dressed. Get up early and to get dressed. I do prefer to get up early before my kids get up, and sometimes when I get up I don't immediately wake them up. I'll give myself maybe 10 or 15 minutes and then I'll wake them up. That gives me enough time to maybe make coffee, to say my prayers while the house is still quiet, and I can be able to hear from the Lord, or just be able to talk to the Lord before I get them up, because once they're up it's kind of like mommy and we're moving. So I do like to get up a little bit before them, before I wake them up, and to get dressed. It is so easy not to get dressed, and then you are in like lounge clothes and you're so comfortable. But getting dressed is so important, because homemaking is a job. This is what we are to do. This is not just a hobby. When you have made a career out of being a homemaker, you find that getting dressed does help you to be productive. Me, I get dressed, and putting my apron on definitely gives me more encouragement to get moving. And also comfortable shoes. I actually just purchased a new pair of house shoes because I am constantly moving, and so the ones that I had before they got so flat from me walking in them, so they're not as comfy anymore. I still have them, so I'll probably use them every now and then, but I did get some new ones that had a lot more cushion in them, just to kind of help me as I'm walking around the house. I do not wear tennis shoes, really. I do have some, I just don't wear them as often as I probably should. But even wearing comfortable shoes in the house as you're moving about can also help you to stay productive. If you are afraid of getting your clothing and stuff dirty, I would encourage you to invest in a really good apron, and buy a cute apron. That does help you to actually use it, and it does motivate you to actually do things with your apron on. So I get up, I get dressed, I go pray. I do drink coffee, not very often, and so sometimes I may just drink like a nice cold cup of water. I love to drink water. Or if I'm in the mood for coffee, I'll drink like a small cup. There are days when I need a big cup, but today I drink a small cup because I do have church later, and I do not like to crash right before church, so I just drink a little bit today. And after I do lunches and breakfast, then I drop my girls off at school and I come back and I do Bible study. If there are days when I've gotten up extra early, my prayers and my Bible study will be before I go drop my girls off. But prayers are always first. prayers always help me to start my day off right. Just being able to talk to the Lord and asking for my strength to get through the day, and whatever needs to be done that day, asking for the help, because I may say, oh, I'm going to get this done, but that doesn't mean that things are not going to happen out of my control, and then they may not get done, but to still utilize the grace of God that has been provided for me to be able to maneuver and get things done. So I do firmly believe that prayer is one of the main things that help me to be productive in my day. Also, cleaning lists. I do have cleaning lists. I have a short list. I have a weekly, daily, and monthly. No, not weekly. I have a short list, a monthly, and a daily cleaning list. So every day, I do not clean my house every single day, like everything in my house. I do not do that. I have a cleaning chore list, and so those are specific tasks that are done on certain days, and everybody's home is going to function differently. I do live in a 3-bedroom apartment, so my house is a little bit smaller, which I'm okay with. This is what the Lord has provided, and I am blessed to be able to be in this home. But if you have more bedrooms, or if your house is bigger, you have more children, you may be married. I am not married. You may have other tasks that need to be added to your chore list. So that is important to be able to manage your home effectively, is to have a chore list so that you can see what needs to be done, that you can be able to prep if need be the day before or the morning of, so that when you go to do each task, things are already prepared for you. The second thing to go along with the chore list is, oh y'all, I'm telling y'all, meal planning. I do meal plan for my household. I only have 3 children, but they are getting older, so they're eating more, so I do have to plan my meals a little bit differently than I used to. And so throughout my day, I will look at my meal plan. I'll try to figure out, okay, what do we already have in our house? I shop my house first. That is the first step to meal planning, y'all, is to shop your home first and foremost. Like, don't go to the grocery store and you're buying stuff to make meals, and a lot of the things that you already have in your home can be used to make meals. It helps just to keep the stress and the fuss out of dinner time or meal time, and it also will save a lot of money. And cut down on waste too. That's really important too. I do not like throwing away food. Not saying that we don't throw away food. I do not like to do it. However, there are times when things have gone bad because I did not effectively manage meals that week, and then things are been spoiled, or they have sat too long, and now they've got to go in the garbage. But meal planning is super important for your home to run effectively. So when mealtime comes, you've already got whatever. If you're making bread that day, you've already got, your powder, your dry ingredients mixed together. You've already got your meat marinating or out of the freezer or whatever it may be, so that when mealtime comes, you can get in there and you can get to it. I do believe writing down your meal plan is important. Some people are able to take a mental note. Me personally, I can take a mental note, but I am more inclined to write it down, because I know I am forgetful sometimes, and I do not like forgetting things. And so I do have a meal plan that I use that is paper. I did want to do a digital one, and I'll probably be working on that in the near future. But I do write down my meal plan so that I can visually see it, and then I also write down what prep I need to do for that week. Whether it be bread or pancake mix or biscuit dough, whatever it is that I'm cooking that week, that it can be written down and prepped, and I can visually see it. Or if I need certain ingredients, I can be able to go to the grocery store and get them if I don't have them in my home already. So those 2 things, meal planning, first getting up, getting dressed for your day, praying, asking the Lord for your strength, cleaning lists, and meal planning. Those are super important. And the last thing that is the most important of all of those things is to talk to the Lord throughout your day. Because as you're talking to the Lord, you will find that there are things that are more of a priority than what may be on your list. So I have cleaning lists. They are not, as you would say, a schedule. They are a routine for me in my home. And so they are sometimes not done in the order that maybe they need to be done in, and that's okay. Because as I am talking to the Lord and I am asking the Lord, you know, for my help, or I may be talking to him about certain things that concern me in my heart, I will find that, you know, he may stop me and say, go put on some praise and worship. And y'all, praise and worship definitely gets me moving. I will say we put on praise and worship, and we have praise breaks. There are times when we don't even have music on, we're just singing through the house. But those times really help me just to draw closer to the Lord. And, you know, he will hear me speaking. He will hear my concern. He may hear not even my concern. It could be just some good things that I'm talking about. And he's hearing me, and he's encouraging me in those things. And so then the praise and worship comes, or I might have somebody that's fallen into my spirit that he wants me to pray for. And so in that moment I can pray. I am a covered woman. I do cover my head according to the book of Corinthians, and I do cover my head, and that's for biblical reasons. And I also believe that when we are praying, the Bible says that we are to pray without ceasing. And so throughout my day, I am always praying, whether it be for myself, it could be for a situation, it could be for somebody that's in my spirit. And so that's why you will see me on my channel with my head covered, because when somebody falls into my spirit, I don't want to have to run and find a head covering so that I can pray. Because if I already am covered, then I can pray by the Spirit of God and be led in my prayers to pray for that person. And so if you are led to cover your head, I truly believe that you should do it, because that's not only, you know, an extension of modesty, but it is also a way to honor God. But moving on from head coverings, the other thing that is super important for homemaking is to be very intentional with the things that you purchase. I have been a person who purchase, buy. And over the last few years, I have started to minimize and to reduce the things that I was purchasing, and buying the things that we are actually going to need and the ones that we were going to actually use. I went through my home a few times. Just recently, I went through and decluttered. I will be going through again and decluttering, because I do not like having a bunch of things that we don't use. It takes up space, and a cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. When you have decluttered a space, it does make it so much easier to clean it. So you declutter, you deep clean, and you maintain. That's how, and in that order, y'all, in that order: declutter, deep clean, and maintain. And when you do those things, you find that it's easier not only to clean your home, but you don't feel overwhelmed when you enter into a space. So when you go and buy things, I do like to purchase things that are cute, things that, you know, make me happy to look at. So if I happen to need towels for my kitchen, I like to buy towels that are cute, that are beautiful. Not just any old kind of towels. I do like to have ones that look nice. Yeah, they may cost a couple extra dollars, but when you purchase things that you do enjoy having in your home, that you do enjoy looking and seeing, then you are more inclined to use them. Now, the other thing that I will say is to also be mindful of the things that you are using and to take care of them. The whole purpose of being a homemaker and managing your home is also to be able to manage your finances, which I am not always great at managing finances. I am still learning. But I will say that when you take care of the things that you already have, you reduce the things that you need to purchase. So those are the few tips that I have for being an effective homemaker, to being productive in your day. And I will have some more. Go ahead and comment down below if you have some for us homemakers out there. Go ahead and comment down below any of your ideas, or, you know, what has helped you in your homemaking that can encourage somebody else. But I'm super excited for this video. It was quick, it was short, but I will be back again for our Titus series, because we are on episode 4 now, and we'll be moving forward with that, and we're going to be talking about more of the aged woman, and I'm super excited for that. But thank you for watching. I am super excited that you are here. My name is Sister Shanice. This is Christ First Homemaking, and I am signing off. Peace.